Hello, I am Shukla Choudhury and welcome to my program. First of all, I would like to thank you all for liking, viewing, sharing and subscribing our channel. And it feels great to know that so many of you are being benefited by my videos. God made us all and God loves all His children, but God can't be everywhere. So He made mothers, but even mothers too become vulnerable and helpless sometimes when they see the ailing children in front of them. And then, to whom does she look to? The doctors, of course. The doctors are the God's incarnation in this world. The doctors are the saviors. And even the junior doctors who are far away from their own mothers and the medical students who are so far away from their relatives, they also try their best to bring back the smile on the face of these mothers who come to them with their ailing children. But what are we giving to them? Do we always give them that extra bit that we're supposed to give to anyone who gives us any kind of service apart from that money factor? And that little bit is that little respect. Unfortunately, some of us are too ignorant and they take most critical patients, relatives to the doctors, and they feel that the doctors have the capabilities to bring back life to them, totally forgetting a simple fact that even God doesn't give back life once taken. Of course, the doctors are angels, but even angels work when no one can see them. And we expect these junior doctors or the medical students to work in an atmosphere when these ignorant people come to them with extremely critical patients, and they expect that these junior doctors or the medical students will give back life to them. And if it doesn't happen, they create an atmosphere of atrocities, abuses, and so many times even the hooligans, they accompany them. Under such circumstances, in the absence of basic medical facilities, and sometimes that do happen in remote areas, and sometimes when at midnight these doctors, these students, they don't get the help of their seniors, or they don't have any security facilities, they fumble. And sometimes mistakes do happen. And sometimes this mistake becomes fatal. And then all hell breaks loose. As a teacher, I've seen these medical students from a very tender age. They're so different from the usual students. They don't go to play pranks. They do not fight with their classmates. They don't go for arguments and all that. They're usually very studious and very obedient too. And so they are the darlings of their parents, their teachers, their schools, their relatives, and certainly they are not used to abusive languages. And when after getting through to these medical colleges, they come to these remote areas of their colleges where they have to hear these abusive languages from some ignorant patient parties just because they have fumbled a bit. They sometimes commit mistakes. But we must understand where the problem lies. The core problem is not all these mistakes. The core problem lies somewhere else. That's the large-scale disparity between the demands of the doctors and the supply of the doctors. And this gets damaged, and this case worsens when there are atrocities which are committed against the doctors. As it is, being a doctor is not an easy job, you know. First of all, one has to have that God gift, high IQ. Secondly, one must have tremendous amount of physical strength to sit with their books hours after hours, years after years. It's not easy. And the most important is they must have that mental strength to see your classmates, your friends, your relatives, and sometimes your parents also, to enjoy life, enjoy all kind of festivities, enjoy all kind of occasions in the families, outside families, school functions and everything, and to sacrifice all that just because they have undertaken a goal which needs sacrifice. It's not easy. Such amount of sacrifice, and for all this, to hear this abusive language from some ignorant, illiterate people, that's very sad. But that's alarming also. Apart from being unfortunate and apart from being sad, that's alarming and that's dangerous. Why? Because there are students who are young and who are aspiring doctors, and when they see what's happening to their seniors, after all this amount of sacrifice, they can very easily change their profession. And what will happen then to our society? We need doctors to sustain this large population. And if with every passing year, the number of aspiring students who want to join the medical services, they reduce, the society is heading towards alarming, dangerous situation. And hence, it's our duty. It's the responsibility of us, the adults, to create an atmosphere where our medical students, our junior doctors, they can work in a free mind, where the mind is without fear. Only then they can give us a healthy society, a healthy humanity, a healthy universe. Amen.